My mother, I'm on a different time. I'm spitting a different line. My old had a kid. I told her I wish it was rap by rap, but I'm spitting different rhymes.
Hip-hop is real. Back of the class. JC. Joe, you and EK yesterday, man.
It was that. It was that. Like, listen.
You and EK, JC. You and EK yesterday, right? That was like a.
That's how I feel. You give me your best, and we're gonna have a war. That's just everybody. You bring me your best, we're gonna have a war. When he called me for the battle, I felt the kind of way. Like, oh, you really you really wanna battle me? I bet. Like, I felt the kind of way, so it's like, oh, he called me because he wanted to kill me. It's, you know what I mean? Like, when you line up against the writers, you understand the vibe, you know what I mean? So, AK one of them ones, you know what I mean? He completely slept on, but one of them ones, bro.
No,
I knew it from the
he
call.
not slept on though.
No, I feel like he is. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like he is. But it's because aggression is favored in battle rap. So, and he's not really aggressive. But the thing is, when you call and I feel like the potential is through the roof, we can do the battle. If it don't live up to it, it just is what it is. But if the potential is through the roof, we can lock that in. JC versus EK is potential through the roof. Like, why would I wouldn't deny that. You know?
And it was. Did he surprise you on anything? You knew that was coming.
I took it because it's EK, like, because it is who it is, and because he does what he does. I took it because of that. I know exactly who it is. I know exactly what he does. It didn't surprise me. It didn't shock me. It didn't bother me. You know what I mean? I prepped like EK called me because he wanted to kill me. And that's the move, you know what I mean? That's the vibe, that's the way you gotta go into it, and that's the only way you can come out of it. If you understand that the nigga that you competing with is trying to kill you. Not just trying to win, they're trying to kill you because they understand that in battle rap, the win is subjective. But the murder, you know what I mean? So, niggas want them bodies, man. I can't go into no battle acting like I'm not a high-ranked nigga that niggas want to put down. I can never act like that. Because when niggas put me down, it's a big deal. So I would never let a nigga just walk in and put me down. It never happen. You could be new, you could be old, you could be washed up, you could be dry, it don't matter. If you come in with me, if you step in the ring with me, I'm gonna act like you watching me gonna be the biggest thing in battle rap. And I will not let it happen. That's where we at with it.
You just ain't gonna let it happen, period.
It's mine. No.
So, it's a lot of shit going on in these streets. I know you've been hearing it. No? Kinda, a little bit. So,
not involved, but I'm tuned in.
of course you're not involved. Of course you're not.
Here to the streets.
You are one of the battle rappers that can basically battle anywhere, right? And do what they want, right?
100%.
Okay.
1,000%. 1,000,000%.
So, what would you tell?
2,000,000%.
So, what would you tell Crucible, PG, new battle rapper, the moves to
Know
make
what
where
you're
they
doing.
could?
Know what you're doing. Do I think signing a contract with UR is a bad thing? Absolutely not.
No, it's not.
Do I think it can, every move, it's not just signing with UR. Every move you make can hinder or help. It's up to you to understand the value of the move you making and what it can do for you. So, I was a nigga that I would never allow that a type of situation to occur. So if it was like, niggas don't want me elsewhere, make a move for me to not be. You know what I mean? It was always that. Gang.
EFB shit.
We probably go there.
EFB shit.
Fuck it then. Anyway, I'm gonna send to the home.
You heard? We lit. We
no.
out here. No. But no, with battle rap, you just gotta, with battle rap and business, you just gotta understand what moves you making and what that move can do for you. Like a nigga told me a million times, don't do what I'm doing, but what I'm doing work for me. The same shit niggas told to everybody else. Certain niggas that don't work for certain niggas that do. But I think that all depend on your work ethic. How much involved are you in this shit? And because of that, I think it's, you know, it's one of them joints where you just gotta do what's best for you. You know what I mean? Like, I can't tell a nigga to do what Eazy did, but I can't tell a nigga not to do what Eazy did. It depends on the situation you in and what's best for you. You know what I mean? Like, niggas you can write me down as a nigga that never been held back by another nigga ever or another entity ever. So, because of that, you can see I made the moves that was best for me. Niggas might not agree with the moves that's made, but at the end of it, you always gotta understand the intent and the purpose. Like, I'm not making a move for other niggas to prosper. I'm making a move for me too. If you win in the end, plus, but I'm moving for me. You know what I mean? So I get Eazy stance, I get URL stance.
So,
you know what I mean?
So if you get called for the trenches, you going?
Well, this is the better question. If I get called for the trenches, can I go? 100%. I can do whatever the fuck I want to do. URL know they cannot call me and stop me from battling on the trenches. URL can play ball because JC gonna always do what's best for him. So URL can play ball, but I'm also a nigga like. If you look at me versus T-Top and me versus Ilmac, that was a week apart, and the bullshit tried to jump into that, and my stance was, we just gonna do it all because that's I can and I will. So when it come to shit like that, I'ma take my stance, but I'ma also take, JC and his brand is gonna always be priority. So, you know, if being on URL is best for JC brand, we'll do that. If being on RBE is best for JC brand, we'll do that. If not battling for nobody is best for JC brand, we're gonna do that. I think every battler need to understand that what's best for you and your brand is always the primary goal. So for niggas hating what Eazy doing, you gotta understand it. The hardest thing is empathy. Sympathy is one thing, but putting yourself in their shoes is a whole nother move. And understanding how niggas move and why they move a certain way, you can't really just jump into that because you're not there. So while I understand URL's perspective, I understand Eazy's as well. I don't believe URL gonna miss any opportunity for nothing, whether it's to excommunicate or renegotiate. Whatever they're not gonna miss that opportunity. But Eazy is not gonna miss that opportunity for himself. So I think one thing I will say is fans gotta stay out of that shit. Let them niggas do what they gonna do and accept the results. But you know, I think every battler is entitled to do what's best for them, because that's why we in this shit.
And speaking on that, because that was my next question though, I ain't know if you want to talk about the shit, but I was going to ask you, are you ever going to bless RBE again?
I'll bless any stage
on like his stage.
I'll bless any stage that don't come correct. I think anybody on my team feel the same way. Like, if you come correct, we'll pull up. And everybody know EFB is the squad in battle rap. So you say EFB on the stage, niggas is pulling up. But
oh, there you go.
You gotta make the move for niggas to pull up. It's not always this is a battle, pull up, a battle them, here's your feet for it. It's not always that type of scenario. Niggas is doing what's best for their brands. So
okay.
You gotta also understand that the situation matters just as much as that bag. There's a lot of niggas that don't need the bag. There's a lot of niggas that really don't care for it. So you really gotta make sure niggas is, okay. If they're not eating, they can at least profit. You know what I mean? Whether it's financially or in any other sense. So
okay, gotcha.
URL gonna do what's best for them. battlers gonna do what's best for them, and I don't shame neither one. It's business.
Right. I'm glad you had this conversation because I hope the little young guys really pay attention to this video, bro, because you just dropped some gems.
It's not never saying don't sign with nobody. It's know who you signing to.
Okay, but
Drake
what's
signed
better?
a red deal. In the time where niggas was saying record deals was taboo, don't do it, they ain't gonna fuck you over. Drake signed a deal and became damn near bigger than the nigga he signed to. It's all about knowing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So you can take any step, but is it lucrative? And is it for you? I would never take a step in another nigga direction, ever. Every step I make is for me.
Right.
And I think every nigga need to be on that same page.
When are we gonna catch JC on the 2-on-2?
Soon. But it has to be with the team. It has to be niggas I'm around, niggas I'm involved with.
It can't be with the with
niggas
Michigan?
I can call. That's first. That's first because it's niggas I can pull up on. I already said it. If it's not niggas I can pull up on, which is only 2 niggas, then I gotta rock with my team. It's the only way it can go. So, and they called. I done got called for every 2-on-2. So.
For real? And you turned them down?
But you can't call me last. Because me and Gotti had the conversation like, oh, if I knew you was down, I'd have, you know what I mean? So you can't call me late or last because I'm a nigga that if we gonna dedicate our real time and effort into performances, we really got to do this shit. So
right.
You can't hit me late for anything.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull up respectfully. I'm gonna work respectfully.
I just knew that I'd see you in ill will before anybody.
Me too, but it's not to say you won't see it. It's not to say you won't. You know what I mean? So.
Or you and Mac.
That's my point. Ill Will and Mac, or JC and EFB. That's it.
Point blank.
It's all about rapport, relationships, chemistry, and shit you can build and already have built with. So I wouldn't even sell myself short and just team up with them.
All right, Jesse, I'm finna cut this video short.
Cut it all the way off. Fuck you.
Cause like this nigga here keep fucking staring at me and shit, man.
Listen, man.
It's gang shit, bro. I'm trying to say you.
You keep fucking staring at me, man.
Niggas is trying to eat, man.
Nigga, long as you don't motherfucking bite me, nigga, I'm good, nigga. Damn, I'm from Chicago, man. I don't pop.
We ain't in that way. Like, that's a while. Alright, so where this shit at? Where we at?
My fault, Joe. Hip hop is real, y'all. Back of the class, every fucking bar. This nigga every fucking bar too.